Welcome viewers, Dr. J.W. Ayub, Senator Babet, Political Hulk, episode 2 of 20 episodes, when pressure created the political Hulk. Strength is rarely discovered in comfort, it usually forged by pressure. Every criticism, every confrontation, every attempt to silence conviction can either break a person or build them. This is Senator Babet.
If you seek to diminish or eliminate its religious roots, you change everything about a nation. Everything, okay? You'll change the laws. You'll change the institutions. You'll change that nation's view of justice. You'll change the understanding of the family. And eventually, you'll even change the idea of what it means to be human. I'm not joking. That's what happens. So the question I've obviously been asked to answer today, as you know, is can we arrest the decline of Western civilization? And if so, how are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? Obviously, you already know that my answer is going to be yes, that we can arrest the decline. Of course, I wouldn't be here if we couldn't. I'd pack my bags and go somewhere else. But I think we can stop it. Okay? Renewal, it is possible. Decline is not inevitable. Of course not. But we cannot fix the house if we refuse to admit that the foundations of that house are broken. They are broken. They are broken. The West is living through spiritual and cultural decline. Both of those things, spiritual and cultural. So when our nation was founded, we inherited, obviously you know this already, we inherited democracy, okay? We inherited it. We inherited the rule of law. We inherited freedom of speech, of association. We inherited universities, hospitals, and most importantly, the idea that every human life possesses inherent dignity. Dignity. This is not something that's common for all civilizations. This is unique to ours. Too many people in this country and all across the West really, and perhaps we've had it too good for too long, but too many people behave like spoiled children who think that all of these institutions just appeared out of nowhere. They didn't. They grew from a civilization structured, seasoned, and sustained by Christianity, okay? And I'll elaborate as we go. Now, the question is not merely whether politics, needs better management, for example. The question is whether politics needs Christ.
Viewers, pressure reveals character long before it changes history. Every public challenge strengthens Senator Babet. Criticism becomes resolve, opposition becomes endurance, and each debate over Australia's future adds another layer of determination rather than discouragement. The transformation is symbolic. Resilience replacing frustration, conviction replacing hesitation. And the greater the resistance, the stronger the commitment to continue speaking. And the story asks a timeless question. Does real leadership emerge when applause is loud, or when conviction survives without it?
Do we need Christ? Of course, the answer is yes. That's why I'm here. Politics needs Christ because of these reasons. Without Christ, okay, politics without Christ forgets the limits of power. Forgets the limits of power. It forgets the dignity of the human person. It forgets that truth is not manufactured by the state. Okay, truth is not manufactured by the state. And rights are not handed down by bureaucrats, which is what we're living through now. Rights are not handed down by bureaucrats. No parliament, no court, no committee, no global institution has final authority over the human soul, over the human person. Now, the great delusion of modern politics, I'll tell you what it is. is that the state can redeem mankind. All right? We've created a class of politician and, I guess, faceless, unaccountable bureaucrat who thinks that every human problem can be solved with another regulation or another tax or something like that, another taxpayer-funded scheme, or billions of borrowed dollars thrown at whatever crisis that they created last week. It's rubbish. Our national debt, it's hovering at what, roughly $1 trillion or something like that. We're kicking a can of financial misery down the road for your grandchildren and your children. That's what we're doing. What do we get for it? We get inflation. We get inflation. What is inflation? It's like a slow leak in your car's fuel tank. You can still drive, yeah, sure, but you don't get anywhere near as far. It raids your pocket. That's what it does. Leaves families, and I know you know this for a fact, it leaves families wondering how a basket of groceries at the supermarket can cost a small fortune. You've seen it, you've gone there, you're thinking, this is all I got for however many hundreds of dollars, it's ridiculous.
Viewers, pressure never asks permission, it simply arrives. And what it leaves behind depends entirely on the person standing in its path. See you in the next episode with Senator Babet, the political Hulk, when speaking the unpopular truth became a superpower.